organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on this Friday edition of Daily Iowan TV, Driving Simulator, we take a look at advanced car technology, research, and education at the University of Iowa. And later, Dance Marathon. The big event kicks off tonight.
We see if the girls softball team can make a big comeback from last season.
And we have your updates from the women's basketball win against Rutgers last night.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thanks for tuning in to our live Friday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Cole Johnson. Tonight kicks off the University of Iowa Dance Marathon's big event. At 7 p.m., over 2,000 dancers will gather at the Iowa Memorial Union for the 23rd annual event. Participants will be dancing for 24 hours straight without sitting, sleeping, or drinking caffeine. All the money raised will go towards the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Organizers are hoping to break records this year by raising nearly $2.8 million. Stay tuned for the Daily Iowan's full coverage of the event on dailyiowan.com. The Iowa National Advanced Driving Simulator is one of the national laboratories that was awarded to the University of Iowa approximately 16 years ago. Daily Iowan TV reporter Zhao Li will bring us more on how it all works.
There are nearly 1.3 million people died in road crashes around the world each year. In other words, more than 2 people passed away every single minute. Have you ever wondered that how many of these crashes are actually caused by us, human beings?
94% of those have some element of human error. So that's a really high number. So technologies that we develop here and test here can intervene when a driver is distracted.
Allows us to study the human's role in those crashes and how we can design and develop technology that can make driving safer for everybody.
The Iowa National Advanced Driving Simulator has been a center that researches, develops, as well as educates vehicle safety technology since the year 2000. They put people into all kinds of dangerous situations that cannot be achieved in real roads safely by having them driving a simulator, which is almost exactly like driving a real car.
All the switches, all the buttons, everything, the moment you walk into the simulator says this is a real car. Plus, you get everything that you're on is moving, and you get that accurate feeling of movement in the simulator.
You have control over the traffic, you have control over the lighting, you have control over weather conditions, and then you can orchestrate very complex situations very easily in a simulator, whereas in the on-road, those things are much more difficult to orchestrate.
They then conduct experiments using different variables and research what they find out. Surprisingly, there are a decent amount of college students on board with the team.
It seemed like a very good learning experience. They seemed very passionate about it and something that I could get on board with.
Although this program is under the University of Iowa College of Engineering, students of all majors are welcome to join and visit the team. Schedule a visit with a couple of your friends right now. Reporting from Oakdale Boulevard in Coralville, Iowa, Zhao Li, Daily Iowan TV.
It has been nearly 4 weeks into the semester and many UI students are wondering just what exactly is going on with the old Capitol. Construction to repair the dome first began last semester and was supposed to be complete by December. In an email response from the project manager, Kirstis Scranton, the construction has been delayed as they await the hand-carved pieces needed for the final installation of the missing columns and Capitol elements. Well, I'm sure the construction has been slowed down a little bit by this cold weather. I'm sure they don't want to be out there with freezing cold hands. Kenzie, what's it looking like for the rest of the week?
Thanks, Cole. Yes, it's certainly been chilly, but the sun finally came out this week. It was a nice change from the cloudy weeks we have had. This morning, the sun will continue to shine, but it will be quite chilly with a high of 22. This afternoon will warm up a little bit with a high of 28 and sunny skies. This evening, there will be clear skies and a high of 21. Now let's take a look at the 6-day extended forecast. Although the clouds will be back tomorrow morning, it will be much warmer with a high of 29. Tomorrow afternoon, the sun will come out with a high of 35. Tomorrow evening will be cloudy with a high of 33. It'll warm up on Sunday with a high in the upper 30s and mostly sunny skies. The warm front will continue on Monday and Tuesday with a high reaching the mid-40s and showers expected Tuesday evening. Wednesday will cool down quite a bit with a high in the mid-20s and high winds. On Thursday, the high will be reaching the mid-20s and the clouds will be back. That's all I have here in the weather studio. Cole, back to you.
This Sunday, the downtown area is going to be packed for the big game. Daily Iowan TV's Molly Shen has more on what downtown restaurants and bars are expecting.
This Sunday will be a big day for people to go out with friends, watch and celebrate the highest level of professional American football game. A lot of US students plan to hang out with friends and enjoy the atmosphere at local restaurants.
For Sunday Super Bowl, I'm going to come right here to Buffalo Wild Wings. I love this place. Great food, great beer, great people. So I'm excited to watch the game on all the TVs. Best spot in Iowa City to watch a game.
The local business would double and even triple their income because of the big game. And they have already set up a lot of games for customers while watching the football game.
There's a lot of games and interactive activities here, like bags. We have a plan to fill out bags. Squares. We do have like a little bit of squares. People can guess on what the square thing's going to be.
At the closing of the big game, Iowan is so excited and trying to go out with their friends. The local business celebrate with their customers together and help their business success. Molly Shen, located at Old Capitol Mall, Daily Iowan TV.
Along with the big game, there's a ton of Hawkeye sports happening this weekend. Let's toss it over to Mary, Kate, and Katie in the sports studio for more. Ladies?
Thanks, Cole. That's right. We have another exciting weekend of Hawkeye sports coming up, starting off with wrestling, swimming and diving, and men's tennis tonight.
And then coming up on Sunday, we have men's and women's tennis. And of course, the men's basketball team is back in action in Carver Hawkeye Arena against the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
That's right. The women's basketball team hosted Rutgers last night, where the Scarlet Knights gave Iowa a run for their money. Reporter Jacob Sunstead has more.
On National Women and Girls in Sport Day, the Iowa Hawkeyes hosted Rutgers in a key conference game. Megan Gustafson and Allie Disterhoft led the team with 25 and 20 points respectively. They jumped out to a 17-4 lead and coasted to a victory. With Gustafson and Disterhoft leading the team to a victory, head coach Lisa Bluter was in admiration of their play afterwards.
Megan had another double-double again, season high, tied a season high at 25 points. It was really nice to see Allie shooting the ball well tonight, 3 for 6 from three-point range. But I love the statistic I love the most probably is that she had 9 rebounds tonight, including 3 offensive rebounds.
Disterhoft found her rhythm tonight against Rutgers, shooting for 50% from three-point range.
But really, I think you just have to go into every game with that shooter's mentality. Like I've mentioned before, I think that we all do a really great job of that. You know, no matter if we've missed 10 in a row or made 10 in a row, I know that my teammates believe in me and count on me to step up and hit those shots when they're there, and pass up those shots for better shots when they're there also. So it was good to see the ball go through the net, and hopefully we can continue that as a team.
With a tough loss against Maryland, who's ranked number 1 in the Big Ten currently, the Hawks needed a rebound game like this tonight. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, I'm Jacob Senstead, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawkeyes will face off against Michigan in Ann Arbor this Sunday, hoping to improve to 3-4 on the road.
Now moving on to the men as they take on Nebraska on Sunday. The last time the Hawkeyes and Huskers met, they took the game into double overtime, where Nebraska came out with the win 93-90. Iowa's Peter Jacques was a game-high scorer with 34 points, so hopefully we will get that Jacques back on Sunday if he does end up getting cleared.
That's right. Definitely one of the most exciting games of the season. There was a lot of late turnovers in the game, and a big part of continuing into double overtime was because of the amount of missed free throws by Nebraska's own Evan Taylor. Now, Nebraska is at 10-11 overall record with a 4-5 record in the Big Ten. The Huskers will also have some top players coming into Carver on Sunday.
That's right. Ty Webster with 18.1 points per game, Glenn Watson Jr. with 14.5 points per game, and Ed Morrow Jr. with 10.1 points per game.
Now that was definitely one of the most exciting games, I would say, of the season. Obviously, Peter Jock was a huge factor in that game. Not sure if we're going to have him back, but, you know, those young guys have definitely been stepping up these past few games.
Exactly, and, you know, if Jock doesn't end up getting cleared, hopefully the bench will step up and they will be able to get that win on Sunday.
Yeah, and it is home,
Yeah.
so they've got that going in their favor. So make sure to tune in to Monday morning's show to see if the Hawks were able to claim revenge on the Huskers. Now, one team that is gearing up for the start of their season is Iowa softball. Taylor Cassian has more on what they are doing to prepare for February 10th.
The Iowa women's softball team have put in the work over the last few months and are ready for the start of their season quickly approaching. The Hawkeyes added 8 freshmen to their roster for this season and bring back 14 letter winners, looking for a fresh and successful start.
Biggest goal is to go out and compete every day, put our best foot on the field, and what happens at that point happens. We can't control the outcome, we can't control the opponent, we can control what we do every day. If we put our best effort and attitude on the field, we stand a good chance of competing for a Big Ten championship and getting into postseason and competing for an NCAA championship.
Senior Caitlin Malarkey looks to lead the team offensively after setting a team best last season with 9 home runs and a .418 on-base percentage.
Our goals is to make the Big Ten tournament and make an impact this year. The past couple seasons we haven't had really successful conference seasons, and I think this year we really have that drive and that work ethic that we put in off fall to get us to where we want to be this conference season, and hopefully this preseason will help us prepare us for that, and I think we're ready to go and ready to prove ourselves.
Teamwork and leadership are key for this Hawkeye team to try and achieve their goal of competing for the Big Ten championship and also making postseason.
Compete as much as we can in conference this year, make it to the tournament, and then just show what we can do here in the early season where we're going to be playing some tough competition.
The Hawkeyes will travel to Texas on February 10th to face off Abilene Christian to kick off their season. Reporting from inside the recreational complex, this has been Taylor Cassian, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Now, it may be too cold for softball next week in Iowa. The Hawkeyes will be traveling down to Texas to face Abilene Christian, returning with the win and hopefully a lot warmer weather.
Yep.
Now, along with basketball updates, stay with Daily Iowan TV next Monday for all of your coverage of Hawkeye sports from this weekend.
Cole, back to you.
And before we leave you today, if you're not busy this weekend, the City Rapids Curling Club is giving people of all skills the opportunity to learn more about curling and try it out for themselves tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Black Hawk Mini Park in downtown Iowa City. The Cedar Rapids Curling Club, along with the Iowa City Fire Department, began preparing for the event Thursday morning. They flooded a part of the Black Hawk Mini Park in the pedestrian mall. The event is free, but will be canceled if the water does not freeze over. And that'll do it for us here in Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to stay with us with everything Johnson County by watching our live broadcast every Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. on dailyiowan.com. Also be sure to pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you right back here Monday morning.